Okay, let's quickly hear what an individual actually said concerning this document.
One thing Nigerians need to know is that in that certificate, because it's ceremonial, you even have the right to redesign it to your own taste.
Hello, it's Asasere, and I welcome you back to the show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know we are the Savido right here. So today I bring you yet another interesting discussion. So last week, I think I did a question tag on my Instagram story. If you're not here following me, you can follow me at Osasere on Instagram. Yeah, so I asked my followers to choose between an episode on paternity fraud or Chicago State University fraud case. And from the response I got from my WhatsApp status and from my Instagram, a lot of persons said I should do an episode on the Chicago State University fraud case. Yes, so today, sit back, relax, and follow through to the end to get all the information you need on this particular case. That is the Chicago State University fraud case. So the Chicago State University fraud case is about the allegation of forgery against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, and one of the things I want to quickly mention, this issue of forgery against the president is not actually a recent accusation. Matter of fact, this accusation has been since 1999 when he initially contested for governorship of Lagos State. So for those that feel like, oh, it's just a political stunt, no, this issue started way back. It is dated way back. There's a poster here clearly showing that one of the issues against Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a 1999 was the issue of forgery. So fast forward to 2022, prior to the presidential election, a Nigerian journalist known as David Undeyi actually released an article stating, along other allegations, that the certificate submitted by Bola Ahmed Tinubu are not authentic. There was a question as to his attendance of the university he claimed to have attended. There's also an issue with this document that is submitted to INEC. So it was actually an issue prior to the election. From the document produced by the university, there's the largest allegation of forgery against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes. So after the verdict of the Presidential Election Tribunal, the issue of the authenticity of his document came up again. And this time around, it was furthered by the presidential candidate of the PDP party in the person of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So from the processes filed and the application made, it was finally allowed that the record, the academic record of Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be made available to Atiku. So matter of fact, it has been made available, and some discrepancies and issues were raised from the document got into the effect that there's an allegation of forgery, that Bola Ahmed actually forged his certificate. So you can see on the screen from the certificate gotten from Chicago State University. So I think that one actually cleared the issue of did he attend Chicago State University? Yes, he did. Then the issue of how authentic are his document, how authentic is the document is submitted to INEC is another issue. So from the screen, you can see that one of the document is the document gotten from Chicago State University. The other is the document gotten from INEC as documents submitted to INEC evidencing his certificate. So apart from that discrepancy, there's a discrepancy with the logo. There's also a discrepancy with the year. And going further, from the record received, it was shown that the sex, when you mean sex, like the gender in one of the document reveals that the owner of the certificate is a female, although I feel that has actually been settled because there were other documents received that clearly showed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a male. So from his admission letter and some other documents showed that he was a male. So I don't think there's an issue. These are my opinion. I don't think there's an issue as to his gender, because one of the things highlighted from the article is that there's also the allegation of identity theft. So I think that lays to rest to an extent the allegation of identity theft. So that's my personal opinion. Then you go further to the record received, and you see that from the document submitted to Chicago State University, it can be inferred that Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended government college in 1970. But it has been discovered that matter of fact, government college Lagos was not in existence as at the time Bola Ahmed Tinubu alleged to have finished from government college. So it begs the question, does it mean even the document submitted to the school was forged? I leave that to you. Okay, let's quickly hear what an individual actually said concerning this document.
One thing Nigerians need to know is that in that certificate, because it's ceremonial, you even have the right to redesign it to your own taste. That is the truth. What is important is the transcript.
Redesign it to your own taste.
Absolutely. You can Google it. It's out there.
So I don't understand. Is he thinking that we don't understand what like a caricature document looks like? Or does it mean that we can come up with our own document to suit our style, to suit our taste, when our official academic record is requested of us? Guys, leave a comment. What do you think? Matter of fact, when you go to all these online sites to replicate your certificate, they tell you that this document cannot be used for official purpose. So when Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted his document, it was for official purpose, and it was expected that whatever document that he's submitting should be the authentic one. Then there's another school of thought that is saying the issue of allegation as to a certificate is not actually a reissue. I beg to differ. It's actually a reissue, owing to the fact that the person to which this allegation is against is the first citizen, is the face of Nigeria, is the president of Nigeria. So to say this is not an issue, it is an issue. Nigeria on the international space already has its own reputation. Adding this to the whole idea of what Nigeria stands for is bad. It means the international space will have to form an opinion about certificate coming out from this country if the number one man of this country can do this. So I don't think I buy the whole idea that this is like a mini issue or an irrelevant issue. It's actually a serious issue. Then moving further, you may also want to say, what is the relevance of this discovery to the case at hand? Yes, like I mentioned, the Presidential Election Tribunal has been concluded. Now parties are on appeal. There's been an appeal to the Supreme Court. And if you want to get details about the petition filed at the trial court during the course of the election tribunal process, you can check my previous video on election petition. I think I will leave the link to that particular video on my description. Yes, I'll leave a link so you can click and also watch. If you want to ask the question, does it affect the issues in court currently? It's a yes or no response. Some persons have the school of thought that as long as issues were not raised during the trial court, it cannot be raised on appeal. That's not true. That's not true. There are instances where fresh evidence can be introduced on appeal. But however, it's an uphill task to actually show to the court why such document must be admitted. Having gone through the petition of Labour Party of PDP, it was not actually a ground upon which they petitioned at the trial court. So for them to bring it up, they have to show why such document is relevant, why it must be admitted. As much as it looks little or funny, I think it is an issue that needs to be addressed. As it stands currently, the owner or the bearer of the certificate is yet to make any official statement as to these issues raised by Atiku Abubakar. So it's actually an issue, and I think it should be addressed. Whether it will be of any relevance to the presidential election petition currently on appeal, it's a yes or no response because of the issues I earlier mentioned. So guys, like, if you have a dissenting view, drop your comment, like, share, and subscribe. Support your girl. Support your girl. Yeah, so guys, bye. Love you.